In this episode of the Motor City Hypnotist Podcast, we're going to have some fun. Not that we don't always have fun, but we're going to have a lot of fun this time. We're going to count down, I'm going to say my top 10 funny movies, but 10 of movies I think I'm funny. That might be more accurate.
You think are funny.
I think are funny.
All
Yes.
right.
Yes. There's that old saying, laughter is the best medicine. Definitely it will be. And again, stay tuned. As always, I'm giving away a free hypnosis guide, and we'll see if your funny movie made the top 10 list.
I ain't listening to you no more.
Get ready for the Motor City Hypnotist, David R. Wright, originating from the suburbs of Detroit, Michigan. He has hypnotized thousands of people from all over the United States. David R. Wright has been featured on news outlets all across the country and is the clinical director of an outpatient mental health and hypnosis clinic located just south of Detroit, where he helps people daily using the power of hypnosis. Welcome, the Motor City Hypnotist, David R. Wright.
What is going on, people? It's David Wright. We're back with another episode of the Motor City Hypnotist Podcast.
Woohoo.
We're here in the Podcast Detroit Northville studios.
I got upgraded.
Matt got upgraded. He's at the table with me. Declan is back in again. He's in the booth. Yeah. So everybody say hi to Declan.
Hi, Declan.
No! No!
Okay, no.
Don't shut me up!
So we're going to have some fun today. We're going to talk about I'm not going to say top 10 because this is a really difficult thing. Before we get into that, I'm going to tell you where you can find me. My website is motorcityhypnotist.com. Of course, on my website, you can find my podcast blog page. You can find my store. And also you can catch video clips, media. Just check me out there. All kinds of good stuff to look at. You can follow me on social media, on Facebook and YouTube, Motor City Hypnotist. On Twitter and Instagram, both of those are Motor City Hypno. And as always, I ask that if you'd like to participate and promote and support the show, you can join me on Patreon. Patreon is a creator site where listeners can contribute a small monthly amount to help the show. And you get cool stuff like this coffee mug, which I showed last time, but we'll show it again.
Right.
We'll go both cameras. Look at that.
There you go.
There.
Check that out.
Yep. Nice. And T-shirts as well. So check that out on Patreon. And as I mentioned in the open, as usual, we're giving away a free hypnosis guide. And check, the one thing you can do, folks, is check out the show notes, because on almost every show, regardless of what we're talking about or what it's about, I'm typically offering something for free, whether it's the hypnosis guide. I think we were doing a hypnosis for insomnia download.
That was an MP3 download.
An MP3 download, yes. Yeah. Right now, I just finished something in the past week, a hypnosis for confidence that is available. So I will put that in the show notes for today as well. So when this episode hits, you'll be able to look that up. So those of you who are watching live on Facebook, just watch for the podcast to hit and grab those show notes.
Fair.
And a big thank you to anybody who is watching live on Facebook. That's awesome.
Yay.
So I appreciate it. It's
at that time.
It is that time.
That's how winning is done.
It is our winner of the week time. This is a good one because we like dogs.
Oh, we love puppies.
We love dogs.
You have a puppy.
I do have a dog. Well, he's 8, so
Well,
he's not really a puppy.
he's still a
but he
puppy.
has a little puppy. He thinks he's a baby, but
Yeah.
so this story is about a dog. So let me just read through it. I'm going to kind of edit as I read, so bear with me. But Iba, who's the dog, almost died as an abandoned puppy. She now helps conservation biologists study southern resident killer whales.
Okay.
I read that headline, and I'm like, how does that work exactly?
How does that work exactly?
Well,
David?
I will tell you. When the mixed breed dog was just a few weeks old, someone dumped her outside of the Sacramento Animal Shelter in California.
Sure.
She weighed just 3.5 pounds and was cold, wet, and lethargic. that she needed to warm up on a heating pad before the shelter staff could even take her temperature. So
Jeez.
in bad shape. So somebody was somebody was an a-hole to this dog. After months of care for this dog, Eba. I keep saying Elba. I'm thinking of Idris Elba.
Oh,
for some
okay.
reason.
I was going Jessica.
Not that
Alba,
he's a
but-
dog,
oh, okay.
but I'm just saying. I don't know why I'm stuck on Eba. But after months of care, Eba pulled through. After several mishaps, including wandering away from her foster home, she happened to be adopted by Dr. Deborah Giles, a killer whale researcher at the University of Washington Center for Conservation Biology.
Okay. I see puzzle pieces.
So this
Yeah.
marine biologist adopted the dog.
Huh.
And then Giles said, I had no idea when I kept her that she was going to become a conservation canine. So long story short, Giles got an inkling that Eba could be more than a family pet after her dog kept shoving a ball into a hand of a colleague trying to get him to play. I guess all dogs would do that.
Yeah.
Maybe she's overestimating the dog just a little bit. Not trying to be mean or
Not all
anything, but
dogs.
you know, it's just.
Why so serious?
So anyway, and again, I'm going to read through here. What they trained her to do
With the whales.
to help them study whales
Okay.
is to sniff out whale scat,
Whale scat.
whale droppings.
Okay, scat. Okay.
Yes, poop. Yes.
Fair enough.
No! No!
I could do that too. You know,
Right.
I have a nose.
So the dog sits, and I looked at that. There are some photos, and I'll have the story link in the show notes. There are a bunch of photos of this dog sitting on the back of this platform on a boat.
Mm-hmm.
And what the dog does is it will, they have it set up in this harness thing, and it'll go in the water and find areas where there are
Scat.
killer whale scat, and they retrieve that to study the whale because that their waste tells them a lot about the whales.
Their
and
health.
studying them.
Their health.
Yep.
Their okay.
Yeah.
Where they've been, what they're eating. Okay.
Right. So the dog sniffs out whale scat, killer whale, orca whales to
Orca
be
whales,
exact.
right.
Yeah.
What they're eating, who
Yeah.
they're eating. Okay.
So the dog went from being abandoned and almost dead to being a marine biologist.
Okay.
Yeah.
That can scat.
Yeah. That could scat. Deep beep bop.
What the fuck are you?
I don't know. I'm sorry about that. Whatever that was. Yeah.
I
It
bring out the scat. in
It
you,
probably
buddy.
shouldn't have happened. So Eba, our whale biologist dog, is our winner of the week.
That's how winning is done.
It is. No, that was quite here we go.
Boy,
Yeah.
that
Yeah.
escalated quickly. I mean, that really got out of hand fast.
I wasn't expecting you to sing, but that was great.
Yeah, that was pretty bad. Yeah.
I can't believe I just scatted on a
Yeah, I
podcast.
scattered on the microphone. So today we're going to have a little bit of fun, and I opened the show saying, you know, the old adage, the old saying, laughter is the best medicine. If you can enjoy yourself and laugh, you're just going to feel better. And I maybe rationalize this that we're taking a mental health approach to funny movies, but it's accurate and true. If it's hard to feel bad when you're laughing.
Right.
In fact, I don't know that it's possible. I mean, if it just even a lot of the stuff that we have fun with on the show.
Yeah.
We'll do it live. Fuck it. Do it live. I'll write it and we'll do it live. Fucking thing sucks.
See, when you laugh at something like that, you can't feel bad. It just brings you, it releases endorphins and it makes you feel good.
That's our mantra for every show. We're doing it live.
No, it is. Yeah, we are doing. Yeah, we're doing it live. That's our mantra. So we are talking today about top 10 funny movies. Now, a disclaimer, because we could start a social media war regarding what's in this list and what's not, and I get it, because I could have had 100 movies for this.
Sure.
I really like funny movies. I've been alive a long time, so I've seen a lot of them. So I'm sure that I've left some out that you would say, oh, how could you leave that out? And there might be some on here you're like, really? That's really that funny?
I'm going to throw a disclaimer on top of your disclaimer.
Yes.
I haven't seen this list, so
yes, you have not.
I reserve the right to say that's not funny.
And in fact, I'm since Matt's at the table, I'm just going to not show it to him because I have a couple things on my computer.
All right.
So we're going to start the countdown. So top, I'm going to say 10 funny movies that are on my list because to say top 10, that could change tomorrow.
Right.
Fair enough. I'm going to play, and we'll have some fun because I'm going to play a clip first, and then we'll tell you what the movie is.
All right.
You should be able to most of the time. This one, maybe not.
All right. We'll see.
Tell me, Mr. Cartwright, do you know why you're here at the Institute?
Yes, I was brought in 2 years ago. I was suffering from nervous exhaustion. I used to get sharp pains in my neck and dreamt about werewolves.
Oh, my gosh. Yeah, I don't know that one.
Werewolves.
High Anxiety, Mel Brooks.
Oh, that's
And
the
in
voice.
the 2 years that you've been here,
There's the voice.
do you feel you've made any progress?
This is one
Oh,
of
I
my
never
favorite
get those
scenes.
pains anymore. And it's been 6 months since I had a dream about a werewolf.
6 months since you had your last dream about a werewolf.
A werewolf.
Tell me, Mr. Cartwright, frankly, if you were returned to the community
Here
today,
comes the part that
do you
just
think
kills
you could
me.
function in a happy, healthy, normal, and productive manner?
Oh, I think so. I feel pretty good.
What is it? What's the matter? What's wrong?
That pain just came back.
You see how unpredictable
Harvey
he is.
Korman
Please,
shot a
help me
paperclip
down to
in
the
his
couch.
neck
Here.
from
You
behind.
sit right here, Mr. Cartwright. Put your head back. Breathe deeply. Try to relax. Try to
Easy,
relax.
Zach, easy.
I'll try.
Now, this pain that you haven't experienced in such a long time has suddenly reappeared for no apparent reason.
I don't know what it is.
This is such a strange experience.
I think the pain is going away now.
Oh, good. Breathe deeply.
I feel perfectly fine.
Shot him again. Then Harvey Korman puts in vampire teeth and he's behind the doctor.
Let me examine you.
Right here.
To help you.
Oh, my gosh.
Okay, so that is High Anxiety, a Mel Brooks film. And for that scene alone, I swear to God, I can watch it 100 times and laugh as hard every time. You have to see it. You've seen the movie, right?
It's
Do you remember it?
been a while. I remember it. It's been a while.
So Harvey Korman shoots the guy with a paperclip from behind. That's why you hear that snap. And
Yeah.
the guy's like, oh, the pain is back. And then he puts these teeth in, and he's behind the other doctor pretending to be a werewolf, which he hasn't had dreams about in 6 months.
Right.
Yeah. Yeah. So that's number 10, High Anxiety, Mel Brooks.
6 months since you had any thoughts about being a werewolf. Werewolf.
Oh, I'm feeling much better. Ah! Okay. Number 9.
I used to be able to name every nut that there was. And that used to drive my mother crazy because she used to say, Harlan Pepper, if you don't stop naming nuts. And the joke was, of course, that we lived in Pine Nut. And I think that's what put it in my head at that point. So I'd go to sleep. She'd hear me in the other room, and she would just start yelling. I'd say, peanut, hazelnut, cashew nut, macadamia nut. That was the one that would send her into going crazy. She said, you stop naming nuts. And Hubert used to be able to make the sound.
Hubert's a dog.
And he wasn't talking, but he used to go. It sounded like macadamia nut.
All right. I that doesn't ring a bell for me at all.
Best in Show.
Oh, okay.
Yes.
All right. Fair enough.
That one, I don't know why that part just always killed me. Because it's a faux documentary.
Yeah, and that's something I would watch.
Yes.
I guess I never got around to it.
Oh, you've never seen it?
No.
Oh.
Yeah,
Okay.
so
No.
I
You need to watch that one.
Okay.
It's just it filled with it, and the best thing about that movie is, of course, I'm not going to think that the actor who just died recently, he's one of the dog show announcer, and he's always saying inappropriate things during the dog show.
Oh shoot. I got to Google it
that's
now.
okay. We'll come back to him. Yes, he just passed away over the past month because he was just in a show. I always draw a blank when I'm on air. I can name it totally and completely when I'm off
Fred
air.
Willard.
Fred Willard, yes.
Yeah.
Fred Willard is one of the announcers at the dog show.
Yeah.
Okay, that's number 9, Best in Show. Again, a faux documentary. And speaking of those, here's number 8.
This is a top to what we use on stage, but it's very, very special because
This is Spinal Tap.
Yeah, I'm going through my Rolodex.
It's the faux documentary.
Yep. That I have seen.
Yes.
I'm going through my Rolodex. Like, I know I've seen this, but I'm like, okay, the accent. I'm like, it's Monty Python. No, that's not Monty Python. Yeah, it's Spinal Tap.
Yeah, it's Spinal Tap. Which again, it's one of those faux documentaries, but one of the original ones that. It's just funny, and that was like one of probably. Jeez.
Is that the same guys
10,
that did
20 scenes?
Is that the same guys that did Best in Show?
Yes.
Yeah.
A lot of the same actors are in those. A lot of those faux documentaries, they all kind of make the rounds through those.
Right.
A lot of them. Yes. All right, we're on number 7.
Yeah.
Okay. This one you'll know as soon as I start to play it.
All right.
No, that would not be funny in America. Okay. What is a not jokes? A not joke is when we're trying to make fun of something, and what we do is we make a statement that we pretend is true, but at the end we say not, which means it's not true.
So teach me how to make one.
All right. What color is your suit?
This suit is gray.
Gray. I would call it blue. Okay.
It's gray.
All right. It's blue-gray, but it's certainly not black, right? All right. Let's say it's gray, but it's not.
It is gray.
Okay, so a not joke is, I would say, that suit is black. Not.
This suit is not black.
No, not has to be the end.
Okay.
Okay.
This suit is black nut.
Oh, man.
This suit is black.
Pause. You know what a pause is?
Yes.
This suit is black. Not.
This suit is black. Pause. Not.
Wait, you don't say pause. This suit is black.
Not.
That's a pause. Not.
This suit is black.
Wait.
Okay. I'm not
Not.
quite.
There it is. Borat.
Oh, yeah. And number 2's coming out within the next year and a half.
Yes, it is. Which, yeah, I could. That movie just killed me. I could watch that.
Oh, the fight scene in the hotel.
Again.
That just sticks and burned into my brain.
Oh. and there was a lot of great clips that they didn't include. I don't know if you saw the one of him in the supermarket.
No.
And he's talking to a guy, and he's looking. He's like, "What is this?" And he goes, "That's cheese." And what is this? And he goes down the whole aisle and points at every single thing, and it's just all cheese. Cheese section.
I have not seen that.
And this is a rice? And he goes, no, that's cheese. And what is this? And the guy just goes along with it. He just keeps answering. Look that up. That's a great one.
Yes, I will.
So Borat.
Yeah.
Is that number 1, 2, 3, 4, 10, 9, 8, 7?
I'm having flashbacks.
Yep. Okay. Number 6.
What do you mean? What?
Well, I mean, is it the
Is it the Frank or the beans? I don't know. It looks like I think it's a little bit of both.
Break some veins! Break some veins!
What's that bubble there?
The picture.
How did you get the beans above the Frank? I don't know. It wasn't like it was a well thought out plan.
There's something about Mary.
Uh-huh.
Yes.
Break
some beans.
And he remembers that it was him 20 years later. Break the beans. Guys, that part just was painful.
Oh yeah, that was hard to watch. Like even when I was pulling information for the show, I was like, ugh, I don't want to watch that part again.
Oh, it's fun. Brett Favre.
Favre. Okay.
All right.
Again, hopefully these are people enjoy these movies.
Yeah.
Because they are. I mean, again, to me they're funny. But so let's move on. 10, 9, 8,
Go for
7,
it.
6. We're halfway
5.
through.
Yeah, this is 5.
All right. So number 5, and you'll know this. I guarantee you'll know it immediately.
If you're blue and you don't know where to go to, why don't you go where fashion sits? Different types who wear a day coat, pants with stripes, or cutaway coat, perfect fits.
Young Frankenstein.
Yes, it is.
Yes,
it is. One of Gene Wilder's.
Gene Wilder.
Yeah. Mel Brooks.
A little bit of trivia for you, for those of you who've seen that movie. That whole that whole dance scene, Gene Wilder insisted it be in.
Mm-hmm.
Mel Brooks did not want to use it. He did not think it would be funny.
Really?
Yes.
Mel Brooks didn't think something was funny?
Yep.
Wow.
He just said it's not going to work. It's just not going to play.
And it did.
And it did.
Yeah.
And he gave credit to Wilder later. I'm glad he insisted we use that.
Right. Because that's a goofy movie to begin
well, sure,
with.
the whole
beginning to end.
Yeah, it's just all,
If you want to laugh, yes, you know what, we're coming up on Halloween, and if you want to have a comedy night for Halloween, watch it and laugh
absolutely.
and enjoy it. Sit down with your spouse or your kids. It's just watch it. Yeah.
Again, anything by Mel Brooks or anything, Monty Python.
Yes.
They're just silly.
Mm-hmm. They're nonsense.
Silly
and it's
movies.
Fun. It's fun, nonsensical.
Yes.
Sit down and laugh.
I mean, if you've ever watched The Holy Grail, it's just nonsense. Yeah.
The guy in the dungeon clapping his hands.
Right.
Camelot.
But they're fun because again, it's just something to make you laugh and make you feel good. That's what's great about it.
You're
so,
inspiring.
Young Frankenstein was number 5.
Fair. I like it. Number 4.
All right, let's go to number 4. Not a huge clip, but you'll know it I think you'll know it once it gets to the end of it.
Sure.
You're not really wearing that, are you?
Wearing what?
The man purse. You actually gonna wear that? Or you guys just fucking with me?
It's where I keep all my things. Get a lot of compliments on this. Plus, it's not a man purse. It's called a satchel. Indiana Jones wears one.
So does Joy Behar.
the Hangover.
Yeah.
The satchel.
Yeah. If you want to go all out for a Halloween costume, wear Galifianakis's costume.
Absolutely.
Absolutely every time.
The white pants. Get the shirt. Get a satchel. And everyone will know exactly who you are.
Yep.
It's and that one. Oh my gosh! Just so many things I could have pulled off of that one too. That are just fantastic.
Excellent. Good, that's a good one.
Yeah.
All these have been just spot on.
Mm-hmm. Yep. So Hangover. Yeah, that was number 4.
Number 3.
Number 3, and of course we're very familiar with a lot of these.
Well. Ron Burgundy and the Channel 4 news team.
Hello, West Mantooth. Hello, evening news team.
Hey, nice clothes, gentlemen. I didn't know the Salvation Army was having a sale. Am I right? Look at these guys.
Hey, where did you get those clothes? At the toilet store?
Yes, Anchorman, of
Yeah.
course,
Yes.
had to be in there. It's been fairly recent. When I say fairly recent, as far as movies go, but so many, so many things in that movie.
Yeah,
you could go
there's a
top
lot
to bottom.
There's a lot to unpack in that movie. There.
I mean, and we've had quite a few things from there.
Smells like Bigfoot's dick.
That was from
That was
Anchorman.
loud.
Sorry. That went a little loud on your end.
Boy, that escalated quickly.
It really did.
I mean, that really got out of hand fast.
And of course,
I'm very important. I have many leather-bound books, and my apartment smells of rich mahogany.
That's
quite pungent.
Stings the nostrils.
Yeah, we got a lot of Anchorman.
We kind of do. That's like new pickup lines. You know?
Yeah, it is. Of course.
I don't know what we're yelling about.
Right. Yep, that one's perfect. I thought we had one more, but maybe not.
No, I don't think so.
No.
You might have taken it out. I can't remember what it was. There's been so many great
Yes,
ones.
I know there's so many good ones on that. So anyway, Anchorman is number 3.
Good stuff.
Okay, but this is of course we're getting down to a couple that are left here, but
I'm sure this got really tough for you as you were putting this together.
It's just so hard because this could be in almost any order as well.
Mm-hmm.
Maybe not. Maybe a couple would be near the top, but these top like 4 or 5, that's just tough to spread them out or to rank them.
Go for it.
So of course,
You're it. You're at Quincy's.
Any Quincy's. You're at Quincy's. No, any Quincy's, no startsies.
You can't do that.
Can't do.
Cannot. Stamped it.
Can't do double stamped it, no erases.
Cannot. Triple stamped it. No erases. Just to make it through.
You can't triple stamp a double stamp. You can't triple stamp a double stamp, Lloyd. You can't triple stamp a double stamp. Lloyd, you
guys, enough.
Oh my God.
Yeah.
Hey.
Here we go.
Want to hear the most annoying sound in the world?
Jeff Daniels, a
Dumb and
Detroit,
Dumber.
Michigan native, you know.
And it was so funny before they did the sequel, because it was like 20 years, or more than that.
Yeah.
And Jeff Daniels would always do these interviews, and they would say, "Hey, are you going to do a sequel?" And he's like, "I'm waiting for Jim Carrey to call me." he was ready for it whenever.
Yeah.
And he was just waiting for Jim Carrey to say, "Yeah, let's do it."
Right. But because Jim Carrey wanted $20 million.
Well, yeah, of course. He wanted to make more money.
Yeah.
Well, and they did that one in between,
right?
Which was like them as kids or younger or something.
Like college, after
oh,
college.
It was awful.
Terrible.
Yeah,
terrible.
They should not have put a name on that.
Nope.
They should have not made that.
So you're saying there's a chance? I gotta go to the bathroom. Just go.
I will say that Bob Saget's. Oh no, that wasn't. That was a later one, or no, was it that one?
Just go.
Bob Saget when he messed the bathroom up.
Oh no, that was the first one.
Okay.
Yeah, don't use the toilet. The flush is broken.
Oh, I thought there was one where he had a chocolate bar in his pocket, and that was one. That was a later one. I think.
Was that a later one? Okay.
Yeah.
I was just the first one in the whole, the iconic scene of your feet shooting up from the floor. Yes.
Yep. So yeah, Dumb and Dumber is number 2.
That's I'm up there with you.
I mean, and I have to say, I know I probably have both genders listening, males and females, and I don't. Females might have a different kind of sense of humor,
of course,
but this is what I have for you.
This is guy humor right now.
That's
guy.
You can
Dumb and Dumber.
Understand us better. That's how it will help you.
Oh, my hands are freezing. Oh, I can hear. You want to borrow mine? I got a pair of extra gloves.
So let's go on to number 1.
For this young Cinderella who's come out of nowhere, he's got about 350 yards left. He's going to hit about a 5-iron in that strike, don't you think? Mm-hmm. He's got a beautiful backswing. He got all of that one. He's got to be pleased with that. The crowd is just on his feet here. He's a Cinderella boy. Tears in his eyes, I guess, as he lines up this last shot. He's got about 195 yards left, and he's got looks like he's got about an 8-iron. This crowd becomes actually silent. Cinderella story, out of nowhere. A former greenskeeper now about to become the Masters champion. It looks like a miracle. It's in the hole.
It's in the hole. Caddyshack,
yes.
Of course.
Oh my gosh,
had to be up there.
Well, we're waiting.
So yeah, Caddyshack is number 1.
See, you said Candy Bar and Bob Saget. I'm like, wait a minute, that was Caddyshack with the Baby Ruth.
Oh no, right? Yes, you're right, because there was a candy bar scene in that one too.
There was.
So I know there are so many, and I'm just thinking right now of things that are just popping into my head, like Stripes, Tommy Boy,
yes.
A lot of those SNL movies,
Wayne's World,
yeah,
1 and 2 for goodness'
yes,
sakes.
Yeah, exactly. And then even going back to more, we did none of the Monty Python movies got in here.
It didn't. Which is surprising to me.
And that's one I've just kind of I thought that, I missed one of those because Life of Brian or Holy Grail should have been in.
Meaning of Life,
yeah. Right? Yeah. And again, a bunch of other Mel Brooks, Blazing Saddles.
Which is there's a disclaimer on HBO Max when it was on there before you would actually play Blazing Saddles.
Right.
Yeah.
Because there's some racially insensitive language in that movie.
Right.
So I understand that was made in the 70s, I think.
Well, mid to late 70s, yeah. More beans, Taggart.
Mm-hmm. But I like the whole fire scene, the beans in the fireplace, or around the campfire.
Yeah.
So take out. I don't know that you can separate because you
Right.
want to be sensitive to racial issues.
Absolutely.
And they, that's tough to get away with now. But
Very.
So yeah, there's tons of them out there. So if you have any other ones, people that you want to add, hit me up on social media. Maybe we'll do a new list at some point.
I'm adding one.
Okay.
Ferris Bueller.
Oh,
Sorry.
Ferris Bueller, of
Yeah,
course.
had to.
16 Candles,
Yeah.
Breakfast Club.
Any of the Hughes movies.
Yes,
man.
any of the Hughes movies. I mean, like I said, once you go down this rabbit hole,
it's just
there's
never ending.
so many.
Yeah.
And I seriously, I could have named 100 when I was putting this get together earlier today. And I just had to put in 10. And that's, if we did a 6-hour show, we could have a list of 100.
Yeah, we could.
We could. Yeah. So maybe that's an idea for a show. Maybe we'll do that someday.
New podcast idea. It's ours.
So, folks, thanks for listening in. Change your thinking. Change your life. Laugh hard. Run fast. Be kind. I will see you next time.